I'm going to be at the comic strip December 5th in New York. Por favor, si tan cerca, if you guys are close, go to the show. I guarantee you're going to have fun. Even if you're not laughing at what I'm saying, you can laugh at me for sucking because there's no promise. If you've ever seen Baby Reindeer, that's kind of my life. Not really. I'm just saying in the trauma aspect. So I'm going to go on stage and I'm going to talk a lot of trauma. I'm going to talk a lot of shit that's going to seem wild. It might seem funny. It might seem sad. At the same time, you're just there. You're enjoying me. If you're enjoying this, if you're about to enjoy these 30 minutes of crazy shit that I'm going to talk, you'll probably enjoy me live. December 5th, the comic strip on 2nd Avenue, New York. Dale pa' allá. Charlie Kirk put his neck on the line for what he believed in, so Trump leaked the information of what his neck has done for this country, for your freedom, because he might not like whistleblowers. Classically, Trump doesn't like whistleblowers because he wants to be the one blowing the whistle. Él quiere soplar los pitos él mismo. Entiéndase that when you are seeing someone doing something that you want to do, but you can't do it because of social reasons, because of your family, and you got to stay locked in that closet or in that cabin, or in his case, sometimes when you're that rich, you can be locked inside of a mansion. You could be a Diddy of it all. ¿Tú estás entendiendo? Sometimes the space isn't that closed off. You could be doing things behind closed doors y a veces salen a reducir la verdad. ¿Tú me entiendes? Sale a reducir de que you like Bubba. And granted, I truly wonder if when Bubba was looking at him, he just saw the neck. Because if you have ever looked at Trump's neck, él tiene un chocho creciéndole aquí for the past 20 years. Hace 20 años que he got the vulva right here, bro. It's confusing. Imagínate tú, Bubba. You're Bubba, right? And you're like fucking 3 Jamesons down, and you're talking Epstein tal lado tuyo, and you're just having a good time, and all of a sudden you just get a close-up of the neck. Tú ves un chocho. Tú lo que ves un chocho. You can't distinguish that from a chocho, especially after 3 Jamesons or whatever the fuck it is that Clinton drinks. Él lo que vio fue un chocho. Él dijo, fuck it, I'm a fuck it. ¿Tú me entiendes? De que él dijo fuck it a lo fuck it. A lo fuck it de verdad. De que he took it and he's like, dale pa' acá, dale que es tarde, que vamos a darle. Dale que es tarde, puñeta. Ponte ahí, dale, traga, chupa, coge, traga, paca, taca, taca, hasta que le vio el pelo. When he grabbed the hair, he know, oh my God, what have I done? It's already too late. You got the mayonnaise all over your fucking neck. It's insanity. It's insanity. Este país se hizo así. That's going to be the excuse que Trompeta va a utilizar. Trump is going to use the excuse. Every president has done it. He's going to say that. That's hazing. Remember how he said it was locker room talk? Well, this is locker room actions. In the locker room, what do? You get on your knees. Eso es lo que hacen ellos. That's what they do. That's the levels. That's how you show respect. You see, in la calle, out in the streets, when you're low level, when you're medium household income, when you're poor, you show respect by shaking a hand and keeping your word. That's how we show respect. Especialmente los Latinos, los negros, black people, Latin people, Asian people, that's a whole different type of culture. They bow and shit, they got their own fucking customs. Pero Latino, you shake your hand, and if you say you're going to do something, you do it. White culture, like billionaire culture, millionaire culture, como ellos enseñan respeto, how they show respect, they give the neck. That's how billionaires show respect, is with their neck, okay? Poor people, handshake, you got it. ¿Tú me entiendes? I'll keep my word. Billionaires show respect with your neck. That's just what they do. That's their culture. Así es que se han criado. I bet you, I'm not a betting man. I literally don't bet. I bet with my wife for her asshole. Eso es lo único que yo hago. Yo, ¿quieres apostar que te como el culo esta noche? Those are the bets that I like to do with her. ¿Tú me estás entendiendo? Billionaires, they bet the neck. They bet the neck. That interaction that probably happened, that was just a bet. Oh, if the Yankees win or if the Dodgers win, you got to give me the neck. Me tienes que dar el cuello. For how long? And then, the parlay, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, mayonnaise, where is it going? On the face, on the neck? Is it going in the vulva, the pussy that he has on the neck? It's insane that this man, you know how easy it is nowadays to get an operation? Ask Kris Jenner. She got a brand new fucking face. He should do that. Donnie should be the first president that ever goes and gets a facelift and he looks fucking great. Just come out. Just sal de ahí, puñeta, sal. We should all agree that if he decides that he is coming out, if Donnie comes out and he's like, yeah, fuck it, I did it, and I would do it again, we would all vote for him. He would change his ways. It's the locked up, the feeling of being locked up, that you can't do what you want to do, and you're doing what other people are telling you to do because you want to live up to them. You're trying to show them respect with the neck, and you can't do it no more. Va a salir el momento que, woo, va a salir como un Juan Gabriel. Imagine if tomorrow the Oval Office opens up and Trump, the whole redecoration, the ballroom, it's all just pride flags and man, Ricky Martin is there. ¿Tú me entiendes? Ricky Martin is like, yeah, I told you he was gonna change. I would love that if Ricky Martin is an ambassador for the brand new Trump, and Trump is just like LGBT positive. Puñeta, there's no telling what could happen because he would change. Everything he's doing is coming out of regression. Como que como I feel, se siente como que tengo que hacer esto para probarles a ellos que yo soy como ellos. You ever been wanting to be a part of a group? You know what that feels like? You admire these people. These are powerful people. It's like, how can I get in? What do I have to do to be a part of them? I'll do anything. I'll put tariffs. Yeah, I'll throw away the Mexicans. Although he loves Mexico, I guarantee you, the rich people, famous people, when they have housekeepers and landscapers, they take advantage of them. You don't believe me? Ask Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's just what they do. ¿Tú me entiendes? So imagine what he's done with actual Mexicans, or what he's actually had Mexican done con los negritos. Él estaba loco. That whole thing with Obama, show me your birth certificate. Show me your birth. He just wanted to be in a room alone with him para que le enseñara el birth certificate de verdad. You know, his rite of passage, the birth that he has between el tercer ojo, él quería verle. He wanted to get down and show him the neck. He wanted to respect with the neck to Obama too, bro. That's all it was. They show respect with the neck. I don't get tired of saying it because it's true. Así son. Just look back in history. I think it was Hoover, or Roosevelt, FDR, Franklin Theodore Roosevelt, the one that wanted to dress like a woman in his spare time, and no one gave a fuck. It's like no one gave a fuck. We all know that you motherfuckers are weird. Just live in your weirdness. Queremos saberlo para nosotros aceptarlo y después no te quejes cuando las otras personas lo hacen. That's the biggest problem. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. No one cares. Pero when you're condemning it, si tú eres uno de ellos, ¿verdad? Y tú estás diciendo que tú no eres uno de ellos y después tú estás cambiando leyes, you're changing laws so that people can't do what you actually like doing behind closed doors, or you have the potential, you have the money that you travel elsewhere and you do what you want to do, but you make it illegal over here. Así no se puede, cabrón. Así no se puede, Donnie. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, Donnie. Obviously, that's what you do. Pero come out. Stop it with the regression. When you find out that all of these shooters that go into gay clubs and they've shot up a gay club, it was because they were gay, they were repressed gay themselves. Imagínate eso. Imagine that, but president level. That's what we're seeing. Eso es lo que estamos, esa es la experiencia que estamos teniendo ahora mismo en el 2025. The experience that we're having is someone that is locked up inside of themselves and they're acting out because they can't live their truth. Imagine that. Imagine if you get to such a high level, right? And you've never been able to live your truth. You lash out at Hillary during debates over shit that makes no sense, that has nothing to do. You talk about emails, but then emails come out about you and you're like, why are we talking about emails? Es bien interesante, no tiene fucking sentido. Release the files, hide the files, take them out again, put them away. ¿Qué carajo tú quieres hacer? Tú no sabes lo que quieres hacer because you're repressed. Estoy seguro that while he's been president, he probably took the last 4 years and he got back. Did we notice how he lost weight? How from the first 4 years to the second 4 years, like that 4-year period, he lost weight because he was back doing what he wanted to do. ¿Tú me entiendes? Entiéndase. And not to mention that as a child, do you know what instrument Donnie played as a child? He took classes for the flute. The flute, cabrón. Who wants to play the flute? Let's go on a poll. If you're a part of the LGBTQ community, please, I mean, no disrespect at all, literally. Ally, whatever the fuck you want to call it, do whatever the fuck you want to do. A mí me importa un carajo. But if you were to choose an instrument as a child and you grew up to be the G of the LG, was it the flute? Is the flute an instrument that is like a gateway drug? Is it a gateway instrument? Is the flute a gateway instrument into gaydom? I don't know. I'm just asking questions here. You know, I'm just trying to look at the bigger picture, have all the perspectives. So is the flute a gateway instrument? Yo no sé. What is your opinion? South Koreans are the Puerto Ricans of Asia, which is why Puerto Rico will never be free until the end of World War III. Cuando tú tomas en consideración el tamaño solamente, when you take into consideration the size of South Korea and the size of Puerto Rico and how much South Korea influences the culture worldwide and how much Puerto Rico influences culture worldwide, you kind of have to see que hay una similitud, that there's similarities there that cannot be argued. Cuando hablamos creativamente de la manera que ponemos nuestra arte, when we talk creativity, when we talk about how we expose our art, our culture, how we take oppression, porque Puerto Rico toma la opresión que tienen los Estados Unidos, Puerto Rico takes the oppression and they turned it into music, right? Mainly it's music that we expose. Korea, they took their oppression contra los japoneses, que los japoneses los opresieron durante 30 años, 30 years, 35 years, that the Japanese took control. They were literally trying to eliminate their culture, eliminate their history. And they take them and they make them into the devil in every single movie. Cuando tú ves una película coreana, when you see a Korean movie, I am a lover of Korean cinema, by the way. Whenever I see a movie starring Chae Ming-sik, I love it. I immediately want to watch it. Why? One thing, he looks like my father. He literally looks like my father. A picture of him and a picture of my dad had a face de que no jodan conmigo. De que, oh, cabrón, ¿qué te pasa con? I would tell my dad, are you happy? Are you sad? Yo estoy bien. His happy face was the same as his sad face, as his mad face. This motherfucker had one face for every single fucking emotion. And Chae Ming-sik does the something, but he elaborates on it. It's amazing. It's amazing watching. He's one of the best actors. Y no es de acá. He's better than Brad Pitt. He's better than anyone that you think. Y no es de aquí. That's the special thing about it. Cuando tú ves una película coreana, you're feeling like, oh my God, I am watching A class. Esto es cinema. This is Martin Scorsese's cinema level, but it isn't white people. What the fuck is going on? Puerto Rico still hasn't figured out. Puerto Rico is still with con República Dominicana. Están haciendo Sanky Panky Siete. I don't know why there's this fucking thing with Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. We can't let go. We can't evolve a joke. We just take the same joke and run with it for fucking 100 years. Yo no lo entiendo. Tenemos que evolucionar. These people, they've evolved their culture. That's why I say that Puerto Rico will only be free after World War III, because South Korea only became free after World War II. Cuando Japón decidió de que ya no vamos a pelear más. When they gave up Korea. Korea ended up splitting in half. Why? Porque los Estados Unidos, granted, los Estados Unidos sí tuvo algo que ver. Yes, they had something to do, but then they decided that they were going to do their own thing, because that's a first world country. South Korea is a first world country and Puerto Rico is a second world country. If you've never heard of it, look it the fuck up, because people only talk about first world problems and third world hunger. But second world is where Puerto Rico lies, right in the middle, where, oh my God, you cannot tell depending on where you're standing in the island. Como que, oh, it's rich. Oh, it's poor. Oh, what the fuck is going on here again? Así es la manera que se vive en Puerto Rico. Cuando hablamos de creatividad, Bad Bunny was able to do, debí tirar más foto, because he's no longer interested in just fucking. ¿Tú me entiendes? It's the same way that old art, old Egyptian art, when they would draw on fucking hieroglyphics and they would make people with small penises and big penises, the big penis meant savage. The small penis meant smart. And I'm not saying that micro penis means that you're a fucking genius. That's not what I'm saying. That was the mentality behind the art. De alguna manera tú te querías demostrar que tú habías evolucionado as a species, that you had evolved as a race. ¿Tú me entiendes? When you evolve as a race, your penis gets smaller porque ya no estás pensando en solamente meter. Which is literally why in sci-fi los extraterrestres no tienen bicho. They don't have a dick because they're not savages. They don't think about their animal instincts anymore. They got the big heads because they're always in thought. They're always thinking of evolution and that's how they got into space travel. I'm not saying that any of this is true. Yo no te estoy diciendo que esto es lo que realmente va a pasar o lo que pasó, or if you have a little dick, you're smart. No, I'm saying that this is how people thought, and because of those thought process, es que tenemos los extraterrestres sin bicho. If you've ever wondered why aliens don't have dicks, it's because of old art that they displayed, that big dicks meant savages and small dicks meant smart, so no dicks mean super smart. I don't understand that fucking thing, porque yo estoy de lo más bien y yo no creo que yo soy tan bruto. I'm doing fine and I don't think I'm that dumb. Anyway, my point being that we have to kind of find the leeway of our media, of our art, of our culture, so that people can start looking a lo boricua más allá solamente del arte. Because I think that when people look at the Korean art, at Korean cinema, even the K-pop shit, K-pop is fucking crazy worldwide. It's not to say that Puerto Rican music isn't worldwide neither, porque Marc Anthony ha cantado en Japón, ha cantado en Corea, Ricky Martin también. El otro día estaba en Australia. Ricky Martin the other day was in Australia. The fuck are you doing in Australia, dude? I don't know, but he's famous over there too. Bad Bunny all worldwide. It's not about that. It's about wanting people to learn why it is that we create that art. I feel like sometimes people will know about the Mona Lisa. They'll know it exists. They'll know it's a picture of a lady, but they will know the story behind it. As a matter of fact, I don't give a fuck the story behind the Mona Lisa because to me it doesn't fucking matter. Pero la historia detrás de todos estos cuentos, behind every single Korean movie, especially a superstitious one or where it has to deal with spirits, el espíritu malo, the bad spirit, is normally Japanese. Why is it Japanese? Because they were their oppressors, okay? Los oprimieron, lo abusaron de ellos, literally trying to delete their culture. That's what we gotta do. Tenemos que crear mejor arte. I think that Puerto Ricans and Dominicans included, we make great fucking art. Don't get me wrong. Super funny, super relativo, relative, like you could relate to it, relatable. Sure. But what are we saying with it? Are we trying to cause a single emotion and that's it? Oh, I just want you to laugh for a second, or I want you to laugh and then think about it, or I want you to just think. Like, we have to do things with a little bit more intention, okay? I think so. And I also believe that Colombians are becoming what Cubans are. De que they're thinking in that same vein. Se le está perdiendo. Colombian Americans are losing their culture the same way that Cuban Americans thought that they were just gringos as soon as they got here, okay? I don't know what's happening within the Colombian community, pero algo tiene que cambiar. I think you got to go back to your roots because if we're talking about the art that we put forth into the world, cuando nosotros queremos exponer nuestro carácter, nuestra cultura como sociedad, como país, ¿verdad? Como Colombia es un país y Colombia no tiene dictador. Colombia doesn't have a dictator. It had one dictator for 4 years, and it was overthrown within those 4 years by popular demand. Like, everyone was against it. It was an amazing thing. Pero como que perdieron, you guys have lost that. Como que se está perdiendo. Cubans lost it years ago. Like, Cubans lost it years ago. Like, whatever. Colombians don't do the same thing. Why? Because ¿por qué está pasando esto? I don't know. I just know what I know, and I don't know anything else. I've only dated broke-ass women, and broke love is purer than rich love, because broke love will teach you how to eat ass. You have to overcompensate for the fact que tú no tienes ni un centavo encima, that you don't even have a dime to your name. You have to overcompensate. You have to figure out a way to keep her coming back or to keep her coming in general. Rich love is totally different. Cuando una persona, rich is its own love language. You just throw money at the problem. As a broke man, if you don't get her to finish, you're fucked. That's an argument. Si tú no, if you can't get it to come, tú te jodiste. As a rich man, oh my bad, it's okay. Let's go have dinner at this 5-star Michelin restaurant. What am I gonna offer you? Fucking KFC? Let's go to pizza. Let's go to McDonald's. You cannot fucking do that. Rich men and rich and poor men, we move different around the world. Okay, they smell different. They act different. They talk about different things. They also fuck different. Sometimes the penetrator of a rich man doesn't have to work. Alguno de los ricos, you know what rich men are into? Cucking. They're cucks. They'll pay another motherfucker to fuck the wife. Like, that's what rich men. As a broke man, you will think of another guy as you're fucking your girl so that you don't finish and she gets to finish. That's broke man mentality. As a broke man, you have to think sometimes about war, about shit exploding, about the people that you miss so that you don't finish rapidito and she can get her thrills. Rich men don't have to do that. It's like, oh, we didn't do it. Fuck it. I'll get you tomorrow. If that, bitch, fuck around and find out. Rich women and broke women, they move different too. You cannot fuck with a rich woman and not get her to finish, bro. That's it. That's the last time that you're seeing her. Broke women, though, broke women know how to twerk. Rich women do not know how to twerk. Show me one girl, one Nepo baby. Show me one fucking Nepo baby woman, right? Not a Nepo baby. I'm not saying that. I'm no Epstein here, okay? No Diddy, no Epstein, no Trump, none of that shit. Show me one Nepo baby adult woman that actually knows how to twerk. No hay ninguna, because twerking is a skill for broke ass bitches, and that's why we love them. That's why we love our broke ass women, because they know how to twerk. Even pretty girls. My wife is kind of pretty. She's beautiful. She's the dime. ¿Tú me entiendes? She don't know how to twerk that good, pero cuando se sienta encima, tú la pones a mover, you do the movements yourself, and they get it after a while. That's what you gotta do. As a broke man myself, and her as a broke ass woman, that's what you gotta do. And sometimes broken love is by broken people. When you're broke in the world, is because you don't have love sometimes. Hay veces, yo creo eso, que cuando tú no sentiste amor creciendo, tú no sabes moverte en el mundo. You don't know how to move in the world because you grew up without love. So sometimes broken love, two broken people that fall in love, they become one and they learn how to move in the world. It's a beautiful fucking thing. Imagínate que tú estás roto, ¿verdad? Tú estás descompuesto. Tú no sabes. Tú no eres una persona entera. You don't understand the world. And you find another person that doesn't understand the world, but they understand you. And together you understand each other, and then you help each other out on how to move in the world. And guess what? You're no longer broken in love, but you're also no longer broke in the fucking world porque están haciendo dinero ahora. That's fucking love. That's beautiful. That is, I just can't even believe that I said that's beautiful shit, okay? Así es que se mueve uno en el mundo. That's what you gotta strive for. So yes, it's okay. Everyone can everyone is fuckable. Okay? Everyone is fuckable. I don't care what disabilities you have, and that's not to say that people with disabilities are ugly. I don't care how ugly you are, and that's not to say that ugly people are I'm saying that everyone in the world is fuckable. There's someone that you can fuck tonight. Ahora mismo, probably. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't got that problem. El problema es que la gente se piensa, when you start thinking that you're unfuckable, you become unfuckable because that's what you're putting out into the world. Okay? So you're not broken within love. You're broken within your mind. You have a broken mind, not a broken love. It's not that you're not fuckable. Maybe even the penetrator that you have is a beautiful penetrator. Maybe even the vagina that have is a beautiful vagina, and you think that it's not good. Why? That's in your mind. There's a person that's going to love the fucking flapping lips. There's a person that's going to love that micropeen. There's a person that loves you for exactly who you are. You just got to find them. And don't be looking at your family members neither. Look further and further away. Busquen por ahí, busquen por todo el mundo. Get on everything that you got to get on. Travel. Look up communities that like, sometimes there's tribes in Africa that they like the fucking one ear, or in Mexico, it used to be that you had to be cross-eyed, and that was a sign of beauty. So if you're a cross-eyed motherfucker, si tú eres bico, y la gente no, where you grew up, they don't like personas que son bica, there is a community for you. There's someone right now is waiting for a cross-eyed motherfucker to come along the way so that they can fall in love, because that's the thing that they love. They don't even know why. But I'm just saying, everyone is fuckable. If you're broken in love, doesn't mean that you're a broken person. You could find your person and you could become one person together. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Why? Because porque esto me da pensar a mí. Because I saw this wedding. And the woman at the wedding, you know how they say the vows, the preacher or the pastor, he was saying for richer or poorer. And she said for richer. She did not want to say for poorer. And that's good. I think that that's a good, you don't want to claim poorer you don't want to start out a marriage thinking, oh, we're going to struggle. We know we are, but we don't want to think about it. We don't want to talk about it. We want to deal with that situation when it comes up, and we'll be ready. Why will we be ready? Porque nos amamos ya. We learned each other's love language. El lenguaje de amor que tenemos entre nosotros siempre va a poder superar cualquier problema que nosotros tengamos. That has to be a reality, that your love language can overcome any problem that you come across. That makes sense, sure, but you don't want to think about all the problems that you're going to come across, because it has been proven that most of the things that you worry about never actually happen to you in your life. They'll never happen. That's anxiety. You got to let that shit go. So why claim it at a wedding? It's time to change the wedding vows. No longer for richer or poorer, for richer and for better. That's what it should be. And cuando te vayas a casar, if you're not married yet and you got to do the vows thing, fuck the poorer part. Say for richer and for better. That's better than for richer or for poor. We're not going to claim being poor fucking ever. Siempre vamos a seguir para adelante. Me and the wife have never gone back. Nosotros nunca hemos dado dos pasos para atrás. I think that there's a legitimate problem when two people, both of y'all, if you're not listening to each other and both of y'all are struggling, you guys shouldn't be together. That's just my opinion. When both of you being together, both of you are moving back in the world, both of you are moving back as people, as individuals que no están superándose a sí mismos, you guys shouldn't be together. That's a clear-cut sign that it's not working. Okay? You should always be moving forward. And if one person is moving forward and the other one is dragging, it is the person that's moving forward's job, their responsibility to grab the motherfucker that's behind and drag him along. Vente pa acá, cabrón, que te voy a enseñar lo que es bueno, o cabrona. You have to delete your Facebook account if you truly want to feel like you moved from a place, porque Facebook te mantiene en contacto con todos los cabrones hijo de la gran puta con los cuales tú te criaste. Facebook will keep you in contact with every single person you met growing up. And if you move from that small town or if you move from anywhere that you want to start anew, you have to delete them. Tienes que darle delete, tienes que darle goodbye, tienes que decirle que se acabó lo que se daba and start brand new. And it's okay to add them after, porque ya tú eres una persona diferente. People want to treat you as who you were and not as who you are. Y de la manera que you become who you are in their eyes is by saying goodbye to them and meeting them again. De que tú demuestras que tú eres una persona diferente. Cuando ellos se introducen a ti, mira cabrón, no, espérate. You have lost the privilege to call me a cabrón. Now if you say cabrón to me, those are fighting words because we don't know each other any longer. You see, Facebook has fucked that up. It has fucked up moving from a place because people feel like you're there. Facebook es las redes sociales más tóxica que hay. It's the most toxic social media platform because people there don't grow up. La gente en Facebook se quedan, they plateau on Facebook, de que no crecen, no se convierten en nada. Hablan de la misma manera, se comportan de la misma manera, and the only things that they talk about there is the things that you would talk about as if you were in fucking high school. Se acabó lo que se daba, dale delete y empieza de nuevo. It's okay to add them again as long as they know who they're meeting now. Tú me estás entendiendo, es difícil. I understand how hard it is because I've done it myself. I grew up in a small little town in Puerto Rico. Y cuando I say small little town, I mean 30,000 less, okay? 30,000 people less. I know that might not seem so small, 30,000 people, but for a whole fucking town, a whole ecosystem, a whole society, that's small. You might not know everyone, pero tú conoces los apellidos de todo el mundo. Tú conoces los apellidos. You know everyone's last name and that's family member of who, and everyone is related to someone, and you just know. Coming from that type of society, I know how hard it is to get out. And once you get out, Facebook pulls you back in. De que, oh my God, you're back within the same old gossip. And who is dating who? Who gives a flying fuck? Everyone feels like there's some sort of local celebrity back home. Porque that's what you become. Before there was big, that's why there's so many reality shows and all this shit. The other day, my wife was watching the Mormon wives of Who Gives a Fuck, and they're dating each other and they split up. And she tells me, oh, las mormonas, they were in Dancing with the Stars. And I'm like, wait, the Mormon moms were in Dancing with the Stars? She's like, yeah. I'm like, who were the stars then? You know, who are they dancing with? And she's like, no, they're the stars. I'm like, esas son las estrellas. Those are the dimmest fucking stars I've ever heard of. It's fucking insane. But when you grow up in a small town, that's what they've tried to convert. Netflix is its own small town. Amazon Prime is its own small town. ABC, TLC, which the learning channel, all it does is get you to learn that there's fucked up people in the world. You ain't learning shit. All you're learning is that the world is a fucked up place. That's what you learn in TLC. And back home, everyone treats each other like the other person is famous, and there's like, you know, the grunts, and you still got jockeys. Es bien interesante. If you're still a part of that and you moved away from it, you're never actually going to move mentally, okay? Dale delete, ponle se vende, mándalos pa'l carajo, y cuando vuelvan, make sure that they know who you are now. It's not as easy as it sounds. Se nos hace difícil. It's hard. It's hard to start anew with all the information that you have. Because yes, sometimes you don't start anew. Te quedas igual, te quedas estoqueado, te quedas en esa mentalidad de pollo, mente de ignorancia, mente de high school, like that high school mentality. You got to get out of it. Yo, por ejemplo, that's why I haven't had kids. Well, that's one of the fucking reasons. There's many reasons why I haven't had kids. One of them being the economy, another one being the world. And it's like, what other reasons do I need? ¿Tú me entiendes? Pero coming from that type of mentality, coming from the idea that it's hard to grow up and identify yourself outside of what everyone already sees you as. Porque if you ask anyone that I grew up with, they would probably tell you that I'm stuck up, that I thought that I was better than most of them, which I am. Granted, no, I'm not saying, is it truly bad to say that you're better than other people? Is that bad to say? Like when you see people that are doing bad things, or you see people that don't amount to what you know that they can amount, gente que tú sabes que son personas brillantes, gente que tú sabes que son atletas, o gente que tú sabes que no son nada. Es malo tú decir, nah, yo soy mejor que esa persona. I feel like I'm better than you because I recognize my potential and I'm going for it. I might not have reached it yet. Puede ser que tú no seas nadie todavía, pero tú sientes como que, yo te veo a ti por quien tú eres y tú no me ves a mí por quien yo soy, y eso es un problema. That's a problem. If I see you for who you are and you don't see me for who I am and we can't communicate, that's a fucking problem. Am I crazy to say that? Is it crazy to say that you are potentially better than other people? I think objectively speaking, objectively better. Like, you're just not a terrible person. You're just not worried about how other people live, or you help people. You don't put people down. Is it a crazy idea to say, oh, objectively speaking, this is a better human being than that person? You should feel okay with saying that you're better than other people because you just might well be. You might, se supone que tú seas mejor que los demás. Se supone que tú veas las cosas negativas, ¿verdad? Y tú tú quieras ser una luz positiva en el mundo. You should want to be a positive light in the world. And if you are 1,000%, you're probably better than other people. Yes, because there's a lot of people that are pieces of shit. Mira el presidente. There's a lot of people that are pieces of shit. You should not be afraid. You shouldn't feel like you're stuck up. Que tú eres un come mierda si tú piensas que tú eres mejor que otras personas, porque lo eres. Especialmente si vives de manera de ayudar a los demás, de que tú no estás así causándole daño a nadie. Y cuando le causas daño a alguien, que tú sabes pedir perdón. That even when you hurt someone's feelings or you hurt someone, you are man enough or you are human enough to ask for forgiveness and mean it. That's important. It's important to mean what you say and say what you mean. And sometimes I don't say what I mean and I don't mean what I say, but this is not really me. This is just what I'm deciding to put out there. I feel like that gets lost on people. Why? Because, ¿por qué? Porque la gente se cree todo lo que ven. That's why. Who the fuck is this? Does not look like Michael Jackson, despite the fact that under that horrible makeup, it is Michael Jackson's nephew, and he looks more like Michael than in here with this fucked up nose. And yes, I said fucked up nose because that's not even Michael Jackson's nose. That's not Jafar Jackson's. Yo no sé de quién carajo esa nariz. Yo no sé quién fue la idea de poner esa. I've seen makeup artists on TikTok and Instagram literally look like a real life Farquaad. De que sinceramente they take characters that are cartoons and they make them into reality. And you're telling me that this is the best you could do for a Michael Jackson biop? You should have gotten Robert Downey Jr. Okay, take Robert Downey Jr. You're still in time. You're 6 months away. Hire Robert Downey Jr. and do some reshoots and make Robert Downey Jr. play Michael Jackson. He did a great job in Tropic Thunder. No, I'm just playing around. This movie no va a ser buena. I'm gonna tell you why. Porque vivimos en una época donde sabemos demasiado. We live in an age where we know too much about other people. We know too much about Michael Jackson. Hay demasiado controversia. You're not going to tackle it in a way that it's going to feel like it's new information for us. Eso nos va a doler. If you're telling me that this is just a concert, which it feels after seeing the trailer, after watching that horrible part, cuando salió esa cara, cuando salió ese mostrito por ahí, I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait a second, who the fuck, this is what you're really doing? Who is the makeup artist of this, and what is the Razzies? Because there's the Oscars and then there's the Razzies. The Oscars is for good cinema. The Razzies is for bad cinema. This already won worst makeup. This already won worst makeup in a Hollywood movie. El Razzie, al cabrón que haya hecho esto. You are literally not honoring Michael. Michael Jackson was a star. Era alguien especial, de que literalmente tenemos que ser sinceros. Even if you didn't like him, even if you do think que él tocó a esos muchachos, which granted, I'm 50-50. It depends on the day if you ask me if I believe it or if I don't believe it. Was he an R. Kelly fan or wasn't he? I don't know. I'm just saying, tengo mi duda. I still have doubt. The fact that this is allowed in a Hollywood movie, cabrón, de que una película de que va a salir multi-million-dollar budget, okay? Someone got paid $2 million to put this fucking makeup, and people do better makeup for free online. Increíble. I am gonna say that Selena worked, the movie Selena worked because it was in the 90s. Bohemian Rhapsody worked because people forgot. You understand? People forgot about Freddie Mercury. People forgot about Queen. People haven't forgotten about Michael Jackson. He was too big in the sense that he was black and then he became white. And the fact that you didn't show whiteface in the trailer, I want to see Michael Jackson about to die in the trailer. I want to see No Nose Jackson. Yo quiero ver Michael Jackson sin nariz. I want to see him with the nose and then without the nose, all in the trailer. That's how I want you to sell the movie. I want you to show me him injecting or disinjecting melanin from his skin. Quiero ver cosas raras. I want to see weird fucking shit. I want to see the monkey. Why wasn't the monkey in the trailer? Yo quiero ver el mono que Michael Jackson had a monkey. I want to see the dungeon of Neverland. I want to see weird shit in this movie. I want to watch this movie. And by this, I don't want to watch this movie. I don't need a Michael Jackson concert. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't need it. I could just watch it on here. I don't go to... That's for teeny boppers. Teeny boppers are the ones that go to the Swift concerts in the fucking movie. It's fucking ridiculous. We're older people are the ones that like Jackson. And yes, we might be there. We might jam out. But it's going to feel weird. We have shame. As older people, nos da vergüenza el cantar en frente de otra persona. I'm not going to be like, woo! Imagine me going, and are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? And you've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal. I can't do that in front of other people in the movie theater. I can do it here, because it doesn't matter. Be like, oh, you funny. No, but in a movie theater where people don't know I'm trying to be funny, I'm being for real, and I'm singing Smooth Criminal, and I'm putting Michael Jackson's voice, and be like, oh, this motherfucker weird. I can't do that in a movie theater. So why are you going to make me do that in a movie theater where this is just a concert? No, I'll watch it on YouTube. I'll watch it here at home. So make this movie, make the Michael Jackson movie great again by making him white. That's what I'm not saying that, but that's a good tagline. Make Michael Jackson great again by making him white in the fucking movie. No. Make Michael Jackson great again by making him black in the movie. Make Michael Jackson great again by giving him his actual nose in this part of the movie. Puñeta, porque esto está fatal. Why? Because Porque was this allowed? Bill Clinton lives by a mouth is a mouth. As long as he's getting sucked, he don't give a... And we knew this back in the 90s with Lewicki, but now I see the full picture. Now I understand why Donnie hated Hillary so much. There was a certain attitude that he had towards her that was... It didn't make a lot of sense. Now it does. Eran celos, cabrón. He was jealous. You know how they say that white guys, when they go to college, van a experimentar. Back in my town, back in my day, they had a saying que cuando los blancos van al colegio es para que los rompan por el medio. It basically says that white guys go to school, go to universities, go to college to experiment. My experimentation in college, you know what it was? Different fucking jobs. That's what I experimented with. I was a security guard, I was a cook, I was a projectionist, I worked at a beach doing weird shit. I did so many things. Those were my experiments. When your future is secured, tú experimentas con el culo, brother. That's what you do. You experiment with your ass when you don't gotta worry about nothing, or in Donnie's case, with your mouth. Personally, I don't care what you did with your ass or your mouth, but the people that voted for you, esos cabrones van a estar enfurecidos. They're gonna be furious because they have an oral fixation and an ass fixation. All they care about, their only social political problem is what are people doing with their asses in their mouths when I'm not looking. We gotta talk about the children though. Tenemos que dejar de hablar de los adultos divirtiéndose y los niños abusados. The adults that were having fun and the kids that were abused are two different fucking stories, and we need to focus on where are these children? Where are they? And behind every single pedo, there's a woman that lies for them. Every single Puerto Rican family has an uncle that live in one of these rent-controlled apartments, y ningún familiar le habla. No family member talks to him, but he's married and that woman defends him. Every single Dominican family tiene un tío que lo deportaron, has an uncle that's been deported, and we all know why. ¿Tú me entiendes? But he's also married in the DR, y esa mujer lo defiende, cabrón. A child is a human being that isn't fully developed. That's it. Point blank, se acabó lo que se daba. Oh, but was it 15 or was it 5? It's a fucking child. It's time to truly self-reflect, porque si tú votaste por esta administración, if you voted for this administration and you're a firm believer of God, Christ, and the Bible, and this just so happens to be the Antichrist administration, you're going to hell too. The 11th commandment, thou shalt not be a dumbass and vote for the Antichrist. Imagínate eso. It'll be alright though, because this is what the country has always been. Lo que pasa es que ahora lo sabemos. We are just finding out about it. We're just openly talking about it, but nothing has truly changed. Así siempre han sido las cosas. Let's be real. I did not see the sun today. I got in at 6 o'clock in the morning. El sol no había salido. The sun wasn't even out. I got out at 5:15. The sun was already gone. This motherfucker didn't even say hi. De que lo perdí el día completo. I lost the day. Technically, I did not see daylight today. For real, on a real fucking level. I didn't take a lunch break because then I would get behind on work, and then tomorrow would suck, which would set up the weekend to suck, which is the only 2 days out of the whole fucking week that we actually get to be seres humano, that I actually get to be a fucking human being, and then I gotta do everything else that I was holding back throughout the week. I feel like such a hypocrite because I'm always talking and telling people, no, que la revolución y hay que cambiar in the system. I'm a part of the system. I'm a sucker for the system. I don't know how to fucking get out. I posted on Instagram earlier while I was taking a piss. I saved a video that I saw so that I could post it on my story so that I could keep the algorithm going and on TikTok, porque si no puedo ni postear. Now the expectation for me now is to drive an hour and a half into the city so that I can do an open mic that lasts 5 minutes. 5 minutos, cabrón. I gotta drive an hour and a half so that I can do 5 minutes on a fucking stage so that I can practice for a show that I'm barely getting paid any money. De que en serio, this is for real. Oh, Junior, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Cabrón, porque yo estoy cansado. I'm fucking tired, bro. I don't know how long I'm gonna continue doing this, but I feel like I'm jumping rope. I'm moving in fucking place and not going nowhere. If you're jumping rope and you have been looking on the TV, what's on the TV changes, but I'm still fucking jumping rope. No way, I don't know how to get an agent. All the agents that I've had, they've sucked dick. If you've been my agent, fuck you. You suck. You suck. You're a piece of fucking shit. You suck. You never got me good work. I'm tired, bro. Estoy cansado. And then after I go, I do the mic, and it's expensive. The mic is expensive. $20 to get into the city, $10 to go on stage for fucking 5 minutes, and then it's a one minimum drink. That's another $10. That's $40 fucking dollars plus gas. That's $60 for 5 minutes on a fucking stage, cabrón. Esa es la realidad. Oh, aren't you an open? Why don't you do comedy? Bitch, it's expensive, and I still gotta work. I need health care. I got a wife. I got a dog. The dog gets sick a lot. El cabrón siempre está enfermo. My wife is sick too. Esa cabrona, I don't know what the fuck she's doing. I'm just crashing out. I think I'm entitled to one once in a while, considering that people think it's easy. Oh, you just post online and you just do the comedy. It sounds like so much fun. Bitch, cállate la boca, cabrón. Tú no sabes el trabajo que toma esto. I got like 5 fucking jobs. And not to mention, when I get back from the mic, I gotta be a husband. I gotta pretend like I give a fuck about how her day was. I do, tú sabes, pero it's hard. It makes it harder. Ta cabrón, man. Ta cabrón. Fuck New Jersey, by the way. Slaves exist in 2025 and you do not want to work with them. I called the guy a slave today at work and I was sent to HR, pero yo creo que yo tenía la razón porque el tipo tiene una mentalidad de esclavitud cabrona. He has a slave mentality, something that he cannot get over. He calls every single supervisor, oh, hey, boss. Oh, my God. And the boss wants this. It's one of these company men. Whenever you're with a group of coworkers and we're all talking about las cosas que deben mejorar, the things that need to get better, he's always quiet. He's just listening. He's paying attention because he's going to go rat everyone out. Whenever they want to give free food, instead of giving actual raises, he's the first one in line. Oh my God, so grateful. And oh, guys, aren't you so grateful for the jobs that we have? No. This is not gratitude. These motherfuckers ain't grateful that they have us. We're expendable. We need to be fighting for more money because if the company is making billions, the CEOs are making almost $1 billion, and we're still fighting over scraps and we're working harder. Oh, and they go above and beyond. De que hacen lo imposible. They will do the impossible to save the company money. It's like, why the fuck are you doing that? You're setting a bad example. You ever been with these one bad example people? Los que trabajan, que están haciendo de más, and then the expectation is raised on what the fuck everyone else has to do. I don't agree with that. Yo no estoy de acuerdo con que, oh my God, if we're only allowed to work with electricity up until 120, why are you working with 240? Why are you working with 480? What the fuck are you doing? No, because I learned this. Who gives a fuck what you learn? No, because in New Jersey, you're allowed. Shut the fuck up. Cállate la boca, cabrón. They don't pay us enough to risk our fucking lives. Now, this dude was non-melanin, so it's not like I'm calling a black or a brown person a slave at work. Si no, el video hubiese empezado de que hoy tuvo una pelea en el trabajo. Otherwise, the video would have been like, oh, today I had a fist fight at work, and I probably would have had a black fucking eye. But no, this guy went, the route that a non-melanin would do. And non-melanins get offended. Non-melanin men, si tú lo llamas pobre, si tú lo llamas esclavo, si tú lo llamas calvo, if you call them poor, if you call them slave, if you call them bald, there's nothing that hurts hurts a non-melanin man's feelings more than that, especially when they are what you say they are. That's when they get super defensive. When you're right against the non-melanin, that's when they call the authorities, okay? That's when they take you inside of an office because you're right. So I looked at the lady, the HR lady, and I'm like, what happened? Oh, you called him a slave? Yes, I did. Oh, okay, could you apologize to him? I looked to the side. No, I'm not going to apologize. You are a slave. Give me the fucking piece of paper to sign. Y se acabó lo que se daba. And I'm going to call him a slave again until I get fired. No me importa un carajo porque tú eres un chota, huele bicho. Tú eres un chota, cabrón. So if you're one of these Uncle Ruckus motherfuckers that you call everyone boss and you're always sucking up, like fuck you, fuck you. And if you're not one of these people, come to the show in New York, November 5th. See you there.